And welcome to the episode 4 of the Twitch Blood Bowl League State of the League address. I have a plan of going through all the different divisions like we've been doing. We're going to look at the leaderboard. We're going to look at some of the top teams. I've already pre-saved the videos for the plays of the week, so hopefully that'll run a little quicker than I've been doing it in the past. And then our game of the week is going to be between two teams that were 3-0-0 at the time, I believe, which is Shattered Ice's Pro Elves versus the Battle Boars, a Bretonian team, whose coach's name is escaping me for the moment. JJ Cash. That's the game of the week that we're going to be watching. And then shortly after that on my channel, I'll be playing my TBBL match against Stringer Bell's Necro team. So let's get started. Looking at Europe Group A leaderboard. I've had Hinachi to win this pretty much since the start, I believe. If for no other reason than Amazons are so strong out of the gate, and with a new with the league reset, nobody's really been able to do a lot to him. Although he did get his first draw, maybe just today, very recently. Let's see. Yeah, 0-0 draw. I think that was played either today or yesterday. But let's have a look at where his team's at. I believe he got a niggled blitzer in that game. So he's not as well off as he was. Must have fired the niggled blitzer. Either that or I'm mistaken. He didn't have a niggled blitzer, but I'm pretty sure he did. Two guard pieces. He's got Blodge on his catcher. He's got Wadge on one of his linemen. One man bench, 4 reroll Zappo. Still pretty standard. Set up there. Lizards are in second place, also undefeated. 2 draws, 2 losses. Or 2 draws, 2 wins, sorry. And that was the team that got the draw against him this week. He's got a block source now, sidestep, skink, catch skink. So, again, nothing too crazy there. Any teams that are like crazy high TV? Crow Dogs Rot Stars. We'll be seeing a play from them as one of our plays of the week. Make sure you keep submitting those plays of the week, everybody. I tried to fit pretty much all of the submissions in this week, and I probably had room for more if people had any more exciting plays. If you are a streamer, make sure you do a highlight for me, and I will broadcast that. That way we can get your reaction to it. If not, just let me know exactly when the play happened, and I'll take care of the rest. Let's have a look at Crow Dog's team. A lot of TV. He's got a Agi Busted Rotter. He's got a Strength Up Rotter. He's got a Dodge Pestigore, nice level up there. A Mighty Blow Pestigore, Block Warrior, and a Stand Firm Beast, 1-man bench. Still at 2 rerolls. That's a little painful. I'm sure he would like to be at 3 by this point. But alright, that's Group A. Let's have a look at Europe Group B. Anchor out in front. Again, Amazons. What are you going to do? 3-0-0. Muppets Undead are in second place, although a little beat up. Are they the ones that played? No, that is not what I was thinking of. 2-1-1, and then we have Orcs at 2-1-0, and Bleeding Hippies Elf Union at 2-0-1. Let's have a look at the Amazon team. This is your first place team for Europe Group B. Movement Up Blitzer, Blodge Step Blitzer, Sure Hands on his thrower, Sure Hands before block. That might have been a matchup specific thing. He's got a Wrestle Dodge Line Woman and a Blodge Line Woman. 13 players and 3 rerolls. The Undead team that's right behind him. Only at 950 TV. Yep, he's got a mummy missing a game. That would be the main reason why. No bench yet. Is that just an MG or is that a niggle? Ooh, that's a niggle. Niggled mummy with guard. Probably still keeps him, I suppose. This early on in the season. Actually, this early on, maybe you get rid of him. Doesn't quite have the money to replace him, so he's 10k short of a replacement mummy. But that's why his TV is fairly low. Let's see how many other games have been played this week. Just his. So he lost his game this week against When Elf Comes Around, which is the coach. 2 rerolls. Dark Elves. He does have a leader runner though. This is my preferred build on Dark Elves. It's the runner, rush leader right away, get you a cheap 3rd reroll, and you can manage your TV pretty well that way. Alright, that's Europe Group B. Having a look at Europe Group C. We've got High Elves out in front, followed closely by Dwarves and then Ogres. Ben's Ogres team, which I believe we watched their game last week. Let's see, High Elves. Little banged up. He's missing 2 players completely. He's got a Blodge catcher though. That's nice. Development on your catcher. He's got sure hands on his thrower. Tackle blitzer. Other than that, not super remarkable team, but he is out in first place. At, was it 3-1-0. Pretty good start for him. And then let's look at the Ogre team. Up to 1270 TV. Still at 5 Ogres. Does have 2 Block Ogres though, which we talked about a bit last week, and one of which has guard, and then he's got a guard Ogre as well. Dirty Player Nobbler, and 2 diving tackles. Very nicely shaping up Ogre team. I suppose he buys his 3rd reroll when he gets enough money, and then probably goes for the 6th Ogre, if he goes for the 6th Ogre. That'll be interesting to see. And then the Dwarf team, doing pretty well. Not surprising with all the rush of stunties that... oh yeah, he's got the Agi up runner, that's right. Otherwise, I think the development's about the same as we saw last week. Hey, Ceramel, how's it going? Good evening. Alright, that was Europe Group C, right? Then we're on to Europe Group D. Out in front, we have Shawnee, and so Shawnee's actually done even better than this record indicates. Shawnee was a late addition to the league, so he inherited. I think it was. Did he inherit a loss? Let's look at what it says. He's actually done. Where's he at? There he is. Yeah, so he has not lost yet. So that loss he inherited because he was kind enough to replace a coach that we lost. So he's actually 2-1-0 in the league thus far. So he's doing even, and he's still in first place, even with inheriting a loss. I apologize, I was going to do, he had suggested a play of the week right before I did my show last week. I didn't get to include it, and then I was going to include it this week, but unfortunately the replay for that thing's gone. And I was trying to pull it up on his Twitch channel, and everything was muted and I couldn't find it, and so apologize for not being able to show your play you suggested, Shawnee. So we've got Shawnee in first, followed by Orcs, followed by Khemri, still doing well. If the Khemri win this week, or if the Orcs win this week, let's see, do they happen to play each other? No. If the Khemri or Orcs win, they'll take first place back from Shawnee. Khemri, roll your levels. I don't even want to look at either of them. Oh, that's not the right Orc team. This is the right Orc team. Roll your levels up, people. He has that really nice strength up. Blitz raw. Otherwise, pretty standard. He's got a throw raw level up that he's not rolled yet. The Orc team. We'll have a look at Shawnee's team. You're playing against the Khemri Niamto. Okay. He's got a Agi busted Black Orc, movement up Blitzer, Mighty Blow Blitzer, and a Tackle Blitzer. Pretty standard development. The movement up is nice. Getting at least one movement 7 piece on an Orc team feels really good. And then let's look at Shawnee's first place Chaos Squad. He's got a Dodge Beastman, Mighty Blow Beastman, Block Beastman, and a Block Chaos Warrior. Pretty standard so far. The Dodge is his only double. Still nice. That guy's officially probably going to be his ball carrier. Alright. that was Group D. Now we're going to look at USA, which is my division. I am in last place. I'm tied with a bunch of people for last place, though, and I am playing Goblins. We had a rough go last week, and I will be playing the first place team here in about an hour and 45 minutes on my channel, so come check that out. It might be disastrous. Stringer is in first place, but Stringer had a really rough game last week. He won, but both of his werewolves died. Both of them. One was strength busted, I think, and the other one outright died. So, that's unfortunate for him. So he did have enough money to replace one of them, I believe. So he has a new rookie werewolf. He had one of them was a Mighty Blow werewolf, too. And then he's got a Blodge Ghoul, Mighty Blow white. Nothing too scary. He doesn't have any tackle to deal with my goblins. Other top teams, we've got... I think that was our first draw this game. This draw here was the first draw in the entire division all season. We've made it through 3 full weeks without a single draw, which is kind of crazy. And then, so let's look at these other teams. We've got Lizards, Undead, and Orcs. A Lizard team. Oh, this guy. So Sasanike keeps winning despite his team just being ravaged. Just brutalized. He's been playing down Sauruses every game, and he still beat Norse last week, and had 2 more Saurus get injured in the process. But he's basically playing a mostly skink team at this point. He's got no Crocs. His Sauruses have been beat to hell. So must be coaching well, because he's certainly not got a really strong team. And then Eisenmike's Orcs. He's got a agility up blitzer. Yep, might as well fire the thrower now, because you've got an agility up blitzer. That's why that's part of the reason I don't like the thrower, because as soon as your blitzer gets a nice skill, he's now your carrier. I guess you could. I guess he could be the receiver now, theoretically. You have someone you could try and throw them all to. Not any development on the Black Orcs, but it does look like he's gotten 2 MVPs on the Black Orcs, so they should be leveling up with 1 good punch. And then what was the Undead? That was the other team tied for 2nd place. He's got a Blodge Ghoul, Wadge Ghoul, Block Zombie, pretty standard 1-man bench. Alright, so that is Division A of US. Looking at Division B US, this is the one that I am the admin for. We got Vampires in first place. Sukari, who's been my winner, my predicted winner all along, had a major setback. I believe Timo died, got agi busted. Let me have a look at that. Timo was the disgusting Blodge Agility 5 gutter runner that someone was kind enough to remove from the league. Oh, no, he's not dead. Is he just niggled? No, he's just MNG'd. I thought for sure he got killed. He must have, he's down a gutter runner. Must have been a different gutter runner who got agi busted. And then Timo got MNG'd. I was getting my gutter runners mixed up. But he's still near first place. Lazy Lifeguard's undefeated so far, 2-1-0 on Vamps. Very impressive start for Vampires. He rolled doubles, so he went ahead and took the pass. That's the one double skill that you might take as a vampire. Maybe leader, but probably just pass. He's got a block vampire. And he's got block on all his vampires. So he's got, except for the pass one. So he's got a quarterback, and then he's got some blockers, and he's got a block thrall. How many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 players, 4 rerolls, and an Apo. Yeah, a lot of vampire coaches, I believe, go dodge first before block. Yeah, I think dodge is the standard. But maybe just wants a more controlling, because I mean, look at the teams in his division: Skaven, Kislev, Halfling, Nurgle. I mean, none of these teams start with block much. So yes, he did take pass. He took pass. He got the double. So, and then we might as well. Pig Sofa's halfling team is doing exceptionally well for a halfling team at 1-2-0. We are going to watch a very fun halfling highlight here shortly when we do our plays of the week. The Woodies do appear to be struggling. Enar's team, they've been busted up. Wow, Bushrangers busted up too. I think he's down a tree. He keeps having an M&G tree, I think, back and forth. Oh, it says 500 here. Oh, he's down both trees. Oh, God. That's going to be a painful game to play. Are they just M&G'd? Are they niggled? M&G. And that one's a niggle. So that tree's niggled, but you still keep it for now. Oh, that's going to be a painful game for him to play. And then, yeah, these Wood Elves have been beat up all season. They had a rough first game. War Dancer got niggled, I think, and he's been just trying to rebuild the team since, and it just keeps getting brutalized. So he's still only at 2 rerolls. He still hasn't gotten an Apo yet because he's been replacing War Dancers and stuff, and he still only has 1 War Dancer. So I don't see that turning around for Enar. That's USB. Let's look at US Group C. Shattered out in first place. This is going to be our game of the week that will be commentating on here shortly. Shattered versus JJ Cash. They both were 3-0-0. I believe they played yesterday, I want to say. But we've got, we also have an undefeated Underworld team. This division is very binary. You have a handful of teams doing really, really well, and a handful of teams really not off to a good start. So let's look at these top teams here. So Shatter got through as rough as part of the schedule, I feel, honestly. He beat these Chaos Dwarves last week, and then he beat the Bretonnians this week. So let's look at some of these top teams. Shattered's team, only at 1060, still rebuilding. Oh, you got rid of the niggles. Shattered had 2 niggled players, I believe, a catcher and a thrower. Looks like he's managed to replace them or something. Or I'm got Alzheimer's and I'm making that up, but I'm pretty sure he had a couple of niggles. Tackle Blitzer, Mighty Blow Blitzer, both with dodge. So he's got really nice development on his blitzers. The Mighty Blow is particularly nice. The Bretonnian team is got an agility up blitzer, Lodge on 2 of the blitzers, 1 with leader, 1 with tackle, and a Mighty Blow blocker. Again, I talked about that last week. I feel like I would rather have guard on that blocker than Mighty Blow. The undefeated Underworld team, let's see if he's got any fun mutations yet. Doesn't look like he doesn't have a single mutation, in fact. Mighty Blow first, pretty standard on the blitzer. Block on his thrower, wrestle on one of his linemen. No claw yet, no 2-headed goblins running around, so nothing too crazy there yet. And then last, we were going to look at right here, the Chaos Dwarves. Any claw in them yet? Nope. We got Mighty Blow, guard, and he's got a dodge bowl. He's going to have a loner for his next game this week. Alright. And that is the overview of the divisions.